San Francisco is a hub of excitement and the cultural, commercial, and financial heart of Northern California. The city is the 13th most populated in the U.S., but has the second highest population density in the county, with only New York busier. The city became famous in 1849 as the home of the Californian Gold Rush, making it the largest city on the West Coast. The city is famous for its restaurants, and some of the best chefs in the country are lucky enough to call this home. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in San Francisco so you can plan a trip to San Francisco, California. We share the most beautiful place in San Francisco and the best attractions and popular places in San Francisco. Starting with number 10, Golden Gate Bridge. The world-famous Golden Gate Bridge is between San Francisco Bay and Marin County. The bridge has been declared one of the modern wonders of the world. It was opened in 1937, and at that time, it was the longest suspension bridge ever created. It is the most photographed bridge in the world. There are 6 lanes of traffic on the bridge carrying millions of passengers annually. Before the bridge was built, people used to have to get a ferry between the two places. The ferry company was called Golden State Ferry Company, and at one point, it was the largest ferry company on the planet. At number 9 is the Alcatraz Island. 1.5 miles off the shore of San Francisco is Alcatraz Island. This tiny island was developed as a military fortification, military prison, and federal prison. The most famous is the federal prison. The thinking behind the federal prison was that the prisoners who caused continual trouble at other prisons would be locked up there. Many infamous prisoners have stayed here, including Al Capone and Robert Franklin Stroud. The island is now a tourist attraction, and many people flock here each year to explore the depths of the prison. At number 8, Union Square. Union Square is the most visited neighborhood in San Francisco. Here you will find a large collection of high-end retail outlets, fancy hotels, cafes, art galleries, and a very active nightlife. The area has many live events to attend, and something is always happening to keep you entertained. This is a must-stop on any city tour to get an experience of partying with the locals. At number 7, Twin Peaks. The Twin Peaks in San Francisco are a world-famous tourist attraction and offer spectacular views of the Bay Area. The peaks were initially called Los Pechos de la Choca, meaning breasts of the maiden. The two peaks are adjacent to each other and stand at 922 feet. There are abundant animals and plants, and as you make your way to the top, you are sure to see plenty. Apart from the peaks, there is a 64-acre park that gives you an idea of how San Francisco looked before the development we see today. At number 6 in our list, Palace of Fine Arts. The Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco is an astonishing building on the U.S. National Register of Historic Places and a San Francisco designated landmark. The structure was constructed in 1915 to exhibit works of art. The buildings have had various uses over the years, including tennis courts, military storage, and now an art gallery. The water surrounding the palace has many types of wildlife, including ducks, swans, geese, and raccoons. At number 5, Asian Art Museum. The Asian Art Museum in San Francisco has one of the world's largest and most comprehensive collections of art from Asia today. There are more than 18,000 pieces of art in the museum, including some pieces that are more than 6,000 years old. The museum was founded when Avery Brundage donated a large sum of money to the city to find the museum. Avery Brundage was a millionaire and a collector of Asian art himself. The pieces of art focus on all major Asian countries, and the museum also attracts many traveling exhibitions. In 1991, the Dalai Lama opened an exhibition on wisdom and compassion. At number 4, Angel Island. Angel Island is the second largest island in the bay. A small population of about 60 people lives permanently on the island. You can travel here by ferry from San Francisco, and once you arrive, you can take an open-air tram or a Segway tour of the island. Some fantastic cafes and bars are serving up delicious food. The views of the bay from the island are spectacular and worth the cost of the ferry alone. There are often events on the island that features live music, so it is worth checking out what is happening in advance to ensure you go on a day when lots are happening. At number 3 in our list, Ocean Beach. Ocean Beach is a beautiful, quiet beach with gorgeous white sand and very few tourists. The beach stretches out in front of you for 3.5 miles and is very quiet. Quite often, it can just be you, the birds, and the ocean waves. The water is good for surfing, but only if experienced, as it can become very choppy. The beach is part of the Golden Gate National Park, and because of this, you will get no high-rises or ugly buildings to look at while you explore. Instead, you will see beautiful natural views and the Golden Gate Bridge. At number 2, Yerba Buena Gardens. At the heart of the downtown cultural district is Yerba Buena Gardens. Here you can find restaurants, cafes, museums, and theaters. There is also a memorial to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That is certainly worth taking the time to see. There is always something happening, and hundreds of free outdoor events are put on for the locals and visitors every year. You can go bowling, ice skating, or ride on the historic carousel. The park has been voted among the country's top 30 urban parks, and once you arrive, it is easy to see why. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Walt Disney Family Museum. The Walt Disney Family Museum is a must-see for those who are fans of their movies. Here you can learn about the life of Walt Disney. The museum covers an area of 40,000 square feet and features some of the historic items that brought Walt Disney's imagination to life. You can look at some of the earliest drawings and a 12-foot replica of Disneyland. There are 248 awards in the museum, which Disney won during his glittering career. Part of the museum is a Fantasia-inspired theater that shows Disney classics daily. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in San Francisco? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.